Hello and welcome to my channel, and if you have already been to my channel, then welcome back. My name is Kalina. I'm an expert in public relations and mass communications, and before I get to the topic, I would encourage you to like and share this video and also subscribe for my channel if you enjoy my content, because you will support me a lot. I'm really trying to grow and reach more people. So if you are happy with the topics that I bring, I will be very appreciative if you support me in this way. Now, the topic is about you cannot know everything that will happen in the future. You cannot really know. You cannot be sure about the outcome. You cannot have guarantees about exact thing that will happen. So basically the way this works is like you have an awareness about action and cause. You have awareness about if you do this action, what is the usual result. Because you are aware of basic physicality, or you are aware of basic principles of life and maybe human relationships and interactions. So you can have this awareness up to some point on how to influence the people and the environment around you. And you can make your choices around that. However, you can't actually know the result. You can't know the end result. You need to be comfortable with that feeling that you're more or less walking into the unknown, because you don't necessarily know what the future holds. When you want something, you have this idea that yes, you want it as experience, but you can't really understand what exactly this is until you truly get there, until you're in there and you are within this whole situation and you actually live it. I remember back in the days when I was flying for the USA. I spent like a year and a half in the USA. It was a long time ago. So I landed in Philadelphia, and I remember that my phone stopped. My phone was out. And I was there in a different country, completely unknown city, and I had one more flight to catch, and my phone was literally dead. And that was something completely unexpected. I think that my service provider back then explained that they don't really cover the frequencies over there or something like this. But I went there completely in the unknown. So I had one more flight, then I had a service that brought me to the house that I was going to live in. It was in the middle of the night, and it was completely unknown territory. It was something that I really wanted to have as experience, but at the same time it was completely unknown. I wouldn't have known what to expect exactly unless if I was already there and actually living it. Okay, so you can have the idea of what you want to live, what you want to experience, what you want to become. Let's say maybe you're a teenager, you want to become a doctor. Now you are aware that you want to become a doctor, but before you actually become a doctor, there are steps that you need to take. There is education that's required. There's also practices until you actually become a doctor. And when you become a doctor, that's when you will actually know what it's like to be a doctor. But before this, you may have awareness that that's something that you want, but you don't really know the full experience of it. You don't know what to expect. There's a lot of things that are going to be in the unknown. So anytime that you're growing, that you're expanding, that you want to go to the next level of life, especially then, there is this kind of requirement, this subtle agreement that you're taking a risk and you don't necessarily know what is going to come out of it. You don't really understand what exactly the result will be. Or let's say you have a business, you want to start a new strategy for gaining more clients. Well, you can think strategically and you can have this kind of like mentality of, okay, I know if I come over here on this platform, let's say on this online platform, or if I open a store right here on this street, or if I go over here and offer to those people within this business environment, then it is more likely that I'm going to have clients because I know that the profile of those people is more aligned with what I offer. So you can have that strategic thinking. You can have this like, okay, that's the step, that's the correct step to take in order to gain more clients theoretically. But you don't know if you will actually get the number of clients that you're hoping for. You can get significantly less clients, or you can get significantly more clients. You can be surprised in a good way. Or you can first get almost no clients, but then when you keep with the same strategy, with time, you will actually get the number of clients that you want. Or it may be the opposite. You may get a lot of clients suddenly, and then there could be like a delay, like some time without clients at all, because there is a lot of things that you cannot predict. And it is like, yes, there's strategy, yes, there's awareness, yes, you can know the people that you want to offer your services or your products to, but also with that, there is things that you don't control. Nobody can actually 100% guarantee you the result. So a lot of times when you go to the next step, when you develop yourself, when you are taking initiatives, you are literally going into the unknown and you need to be comfortable with it. That's what it means taking risk. Taking risk doesn't mean, okay, because I took this risk, now I want the result. I demand it. I'm entitled to the result because I took the risk. Well, that's not how it works. When you take a risk, you need to also be comfortable with the fact that this was a risk and you may not succeed because you don't have guarantee for the result. And this is why it's called a risk. Risk is something risky. You're risking. When you're risking, you can gain a lot, you can gain nothing, you can gain a little bit, but not really what you were hoping for, right? So it's a risk. So now what you need to do is evaluate if the risk is worthy, what is the correct steps to take, and don't overly focus on results or future events that you can't really know what exactly they're going to be. And you have no way to have guarantee for them. Because maybe there's just this one thing that we're not supposed to always know the outcome. We're not supposed to always know the result, right? Maybe we're supposed to just show up and do our best and show who we are and show that we're capable of doing the right thing. And it's not even about the result. It's great if we have a good result, but if we don't, we still showed up, we still did the right thing, we were still authentic. So this is for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I would encourage you one more time to like, share and subscribe for my channel. Also, I will leave a link below in the description for my website and also for my Facebook page if you want to follow me on Facebook as well. Thank you very much and have a great day.